Hi everyone, I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me today. I have a really fun project. I'm sorry I was a little bit late coming on, but I was die cutting and paper cutting like crazy to try to get everything ready. I have a project that I've been wanting to work on for some time, and today just seemed to be the day. So while we're getting all gathered together, I'm going to start sharing a little bit of Happy Mail. I don't have a whole lot, but I have some. And I can answer a few questions. I've got to move some things around here. I shared before that this is, oh, thank you, Anne-Marie, that this is a bag that we got at Onstage for all of the Onstage attendees in Orlando. I'm pretty sure that the attendees in the other designated locations got them as well. Hi, Fran. Oh, you're dipping chocolates. That sounds like fun. So this is a bag that I wanted to share exactly how I've been using it. I have a lot of appointments that I go to with my children. You guys know that if you follow my channel. You know that the kids have a lot of therapy appointments and doctor's appointments and things like that. And I immediately, when I saw this tool case, I thought this is going to help me on the go. And there are some more things that are going to help me on the go as well that I'll share, but for now, it's the tool case. And how I have used it is I have included, I'll try to turn this in the right way, I have included my watercolor pencils. I have the first set, the second set, which is not available for purchase anymore, but if you have them, then I hope you're using them. And then we have the special color set. This is the one here where my fingers are. That's the one that comes in the Lots of Happy card kit. And I believe it's the Lots of Happy. If not, it's one of the other card kits that we get these exclusive colors in. And one of these zipper pouches, I have some stamped images, and right now you can see that I've got some butterflies in that pouch. I have some other stuff too, but on the opposite side here there's a little turnout section that I can put any of my pencils in here. And then I have another zipper pouch here, and then here is an image that I colored or started to color whenever I had, Nate was in Special Olympics. Now I know that it's not gonna show very well unless I turn it at an angle. That's the light that's competing. But this is something that I started whenever I was sitting in the bleachers watching Nate do his Special Olympics. Sometimes it's easy for us to have something at hand and easily accessible to be able to just grab it and go. Hi there, Kathy. How are you? Good morning. Oh, you're getting snow already. The snow is falling and looks so pretty. I bet it does. Oh, thank you, Fran. Thanks, Anne-Marie. I'm glad you guys like that flower. It'll show up in a project pretty soon. We're expecting some snow today in South New Jersey. Just flurries is what it is indicated, but I hope it doesn't stick because I've got to take Nate to speech therapy and I am not one for liking to drive in the snow. Hello, Angie. I'm so happy that you were able to stop by. I was just talking about how useful this tool case comes in. And this is not something that we can purchase. This is something that is demonstrator exclusive only. And it's one of the things that Stampin' Up! Gives back to us when we attend their events. It's a wonderful way to be able to get exclusive items, is to be a demonstrator. And you don't have to be any particular type of demonstrator when you attend an on-stage event. I'm happy to see you too, Angie. Any demonstrator. whether you are a business builder or if you're just supporting your own stamping purchases. Everybody that's an attendee gets this sort of a gift, or free stamps or free embellishments, whatever it is. It's usually a combination of a lot of things. But this is just one of those little things. Hi there, Sandra. How are you today from Washington State? So I had some questions about this tool package, toolkit. I'm not sure what to call it. I'm just calling it my little folder, or my little thing that I grab whenever I know I'm going to go to an appointment with my kids. I'll put it over here. So we're gonna get to a little bit of Happy Mail now, and then I'll share some more things. So thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that everybody is here, and I am excited to share some Happy Mail with you all. Some of these I have not even opened, so I'm really excited to do that with you all. This first card is from Shauna Orth, and she is from Peyton, Colorado. Oh, wow. This is really nice. Thank you, Shauna. And she's got some information about herself inside, and I'll give you a good look at it. Now, I know that the sunlight is not friendly for a lot of these. Maybe if I pull it back like this, it's a little better. But Shauna, you've done a wonderful job here. I love your colors, and all the texture is just so amazing. And Shauna sent this as a rack card, and what we call a rack card is a random act of kindness card. And here is another card. This is from, let's see, this is from Shannon, and Shannon lives in Maryland. And check this out. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Hi, Kathy. Kathy from Canada. We are getting watercolors. I understand that they are going to make the clear stamps stick better. Yes, that is called cling stamps. They have a different kind of sticky backing, and I, for one, am not one to use. Oh, and I got to show you guys the texture on this card. I'm holding it at an angle so you can really see it, because Shannon did an outstanding job. Thank you so much, Shannon, for thinking of me and sending me this card. It very much makes my heart happy. So back to the cling stamps, we have a new kind of stamps that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with. Instead of the stamps with the stickers that don't stick to anything, so many of us do not use them. I am one that doesn't use the stickers because I want the stamp to stick to my block. So Stampin' Up! Has listened to everybody, and they have come out with a new type of sticker that is very, very, very tacky. So yes, there is a new kind of stamp coming. Hi, Doreen. How are you today? All right, this is a wonderfully gorgeous card from my friend Lori in Pennsylvania, and she's used some beautiful stickers here. I'm gonna hold it at an angle so you can see. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love that she put it on vanilla. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. I have a beautiful note here, and I'll fold it back on itself so you can see that she put another sticker here, and she mounted it on vanilla and fussy cut it. And this is for the inside of the card. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Have I seen them? I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking about the stamps, Kathy? Is that it? Hi, Sue. How are you? The stamps, the cling stamps, yes, I do have some, and if you would like, I will show it to you. I'll show it to you now. I do have some of them. I haven't done an unboxing video, but I do have more stuff. I'm going to do an unboxing video probably this weekend on my Facebook page, and then I'll transfer that over to my YouTube channel. Okay, you're saying yes, so I will show you what they look like. Here is a cling stamp set. Now this is a, sorry for crab walking across my room. This is a stamp set that I received at Center Stage in Orlando. They gave us one of these types of stamp set that is cling. I haven't put anything on yet because I just haven't gotten very deep into the occasion stuff yet. Let's see what the name of it is. And I believe this is a demonstrator exclusive stamp set. I'm not sure 100%, but it is definitely cling. And you'll see up here at the top, let me try to get the glare off, that it will say cling stamp set. You see that? And what is different is not the rubber and not the back part of the stamp. What's different are the stickers. So the way that we can do the stickers, and I'll do one of them on here so that we can see. This is a stamp that says mail. So I'll pull the backing off to expose the foam pad, right? And then I'll find the coordinating sticker that says mail, and I can look through the front of it here. It'll show through. And all of the stamps are scored in the middle, all of the stamp labels. And this is not new. They've been doing this for a while. What I like to do is I like to take away half of the little score label, and then I'm going to put my stamp right on it. And I'll try to get as close as I can to show you this. I'm going to put my stamp right on there. Okay, you see it? The reason I didn't take the whole thing off is because it's easier for me to manipulate the stamp if it doesn't have 100% full tacky on the back. So now I will take this and pull so that now the whole sticker is coming off. And then I'll push the other side back, remove the rest of the little piece of release paper. And now I'm going to completely lay that down. So now I have a sticker on the back of my stamp set, and I'm looking for a block. And I'm going to stick it to the block. Ready? And it's not coming off. It's on there really, really good. Hi Betty, good morning. We're going over the new cling stamps by request. So you need to be careful when working with these new stamps because that sticker is going to be something we are not used to using. So using it is going to require a few extra thoughts. You're welcome, Sue. The way I like to do it is to take my fingertip, and I'll get closely on this, pull back just the edge here, and I can feel whether or not that sticker is going to come away or whether I'm going to rip apart my stamp. We don't want to rip the stamp away from the sticker. It will be very easy for this red foam to come away from, or the gray foam to come away from the red rubber. I have heard incidents of that happening, so beware that you need to be conscious when you are removing. Now, a lot of stamping and crafting is muscle memory, and that translates for me as we do something, we get used to doing it a certain way, and then it just becomes the new way that we do something. So muscle memory has to be reprogrammed to just very carefully remove this. And I don't know if you guys can see just how tacky it is, but it is really, really tacky. So again, I'm going to find a corner. I'm going to lift it just from the corner and then take it away. And another question that people have started asking, put that block away, is how do you store your stamps once you have them all stickered? Well, one thing that you can do, and I have seen some people from Stampin' Up! Corporate do this, is just stick them to the inside of the stamp case. They do stick without a problem. The other thing is you can continue, and when pulling them off of here, we're going to be very careful too. Anytime you remove these, we need to put them, we need to use extra care now. That's the one thing that we're going to have to reprogram our brains, is that putting them or taking them off of anything at all is going to take some extra care. So we can still push this right back into the place that we've got it from, no problem. This is how I plan to store mine. And I know that it's going to stick down to the stamp case. I totally get that. I've accepted it. But this will help me to know exactly where my stamp, like what set it came from. Sometimes I do more than one stamp set. And this will help me to know exactly where that stamp goes back in. Betty is having a cold day in Florence, Oregon. Oh goodness, I hope you bundle up, Betty. It's going to be a cold day all over, I'm afraid. All right, so once we've got all of our stickers on the back of these cling stamps, then if you don't use some of the stickers, you can slide them inside the sleeve here, or you can toss it out. But I've seen a suggestion from a UK demonstrator that you could use some of the unused areas of this particular label sheet that are clear, and you can stick them on top of some of your existing stamps that have the label, and now they will be sticky because this is a different formula of sticker. So yeah, this is something to think about. There's lots of ideas that are starting to emerge, and I love how everyone shares them with each other. But this is the new cling stamp set, and I'm really excited to be able to show you guys exactly how I plan to use it. So I've got some really, really exciting things to share today. You're going to absolutely love our project. I'm pretty sure you're going to really like it as much as I do. Yes, you're right. It is a little piece of work, Anne-Marie, and it's going to depend on how far and how much time you want to invest in making your other stamp sets sticky or not. So you are more than welcome, Kathy. I'm so happy to be able to help you and everybody else. And there's a lot of ways that people are going to say, perhaps, that's not the right way, or I don't like that way. And that's okay. It's one way that we can all have an open mind and see that everybody has different ideas. Then none of them are right or wrong. They're just everybody's individual ideas, and everybody's different. So lots of ideas being shared it's always a wonderful community. This, my friends, is the Stamparatus Craft and Carry Tote, and I hope I've got the name right for this. So if you have a Stamparatus, this is something that may be your must-have on your Christmas list. I absolutely adore this bag. I've just gotten it in a few days ago, and I'm so excited that I can know that all my Stamparatus pieces and accessories are in one place. So I really love this bag. And it makes me feel good knowing that my Stamparatus is kept safe away from, let's say, if a certain little 5-year-old boy were to come into mommy's studio because he's looking for some candy. Because I keep candy around to fill up my little treat packages for teachers and bus drivers and stuff like that. So he's been on the prowl lately for a lot of candy. And he'll say, Mommy, my stomach hurts. Like, yeah, you've been getting into that candy stash, which I totally had to move to a brand new location so that Nathaniel would not get it at all. Because I use a lot of little small candy pieces that are made, in my mind, to fit into like the clear tiny treat boxes or the little sour cream package thing, you know, where we fold it up on both ends. The whole point is that Nate is a very crafty kid, as far as sneaky. And he's not going to take the time to get my Stamparatus bag open. Or I hope he won't. So let's take a look inside. But first of all, I want to make a note that this is very well made. It's very heavy canvas. It is, the seams all seem, they tend to appear very, very well made. It's a nice bag. So there is a pocket on the front, and it has a magnetic clasp. You can maybe hear it go back in there. And then it has a loop on either side here, and that is to hold a shoulder strap. Of course, we have these little wonderful handles as well, and there's 2 zippers so that you can have one down on each side. And then it will open up to where we have stuff on both sides. On one side we have, I'll make sure that I can show you, we have 2 pockets. There's a smaller, lower pocket and then a taller pocket. And I have put my extra plate here. Now, a Stamparatus comes with 2 plates, but you can only use one while it's closed. It only closes with one in place. So this is going to keep that other plate nice and secure and not get scratched up in any of my other storage locations. And then this is the grid paper. This is the Stamparatus grid paper. And here we go. This is what it looks like. One side is metric and the other side imperial. And it fits ideally right into this little pocket here. So it's almost like they knew exactly what needed to go into where and make sure that it fit perfectly. The other side is where I'm storing my actual Stamparatus, and this is a Velcro clasp, but the clasp itself is made out of elastic. So I'll show you just how elastic it is. See that? And hi Chrissy, thanks for stopping in today. And then the Stamparatus with my extra magnet on the back just fits in and out so easily. And it won't get scratched anywhere. That's one of my concerns, is that I will scratch my Stamparatus. Not that it can't take some scratching because it's very well made. I want to keep it nice as long as I can. One word of caution is if you open this bag and you just want to get one side and let this one flop down, your pieces will fall out. There's only a closure on the one side, and that would be something that I want to make sure the Stamparatus doesn't fall out. I don't know, Kathy, off the top of my head, but I will, after I finish this video, I will look it up and I will respond to your comment with exactly how much it costs. These are available for everybody to order now. They are. We had the pre-order session already finished up with this, and now we are into the actual customer ordering time. So if you would like to order one of these or put it on your Christmas list, this is a great thing. And I want to say it's like maybe $20-something, I'm guessing, but again, I don't know off the top of my head. I was too frantic getting everything ready for my project, and I didn't prepare properly, so I'm sorry. But I will go back, and on YouTube here, I will list the price in a, it'll be up here on the top. Now, along with this, to match, this is the Stamparatus Craft and Carry Tote. As a companion bag, you guys are gonna love this one, is another bag. And this one is the Craft and Carry Tote. I think that's what it's called. I've just gotten it in, and this is a tote bag that you can put just about anything in that you like. This bag is made of the same material. Thank you, Philomena. It's $28, Kathy. Now that's the demonstrator price. That's the catalog price. If you are a demonstrator, then of course you'll be able to get your demonstrator discount. And if you want to add it to an order, then it's not too expensive to drive your cost up out of the moon. This is made from the exact same material, and it folds out easily this way. I mean, I can see that it's very flexible. There's a zipper on the back that goes all the way across. We've got 2 pockets on the front, a zipper on the front, and then there is a shoulder strap for this as well. There was a shoulder strap for the Stamparatus bag. And inside the bag, we have quite a few Velcro pieces. Like this. This is a Velcro piece that goes down. There are Velcro pieces along the sides. Make sure you can see them. They're gray, so they don't stand out too much. But what the Velcro is there for, I saved these all in one piece so that I could show you guys today. Inside the bag is going to come a series of dividers. So let's see if I can make sure I get this on camera for you all. The dividers have like a fold over area on each side. I'm going to turn it to where you can see. There is no Velcro here, but there's one Velcro piece here. So what we'll do is we will take this divider and put it in the place that you like inside the bag. Let me get it in there and then I'll show you. And now the bag has a divider. Can you see it? It has a divider. And so I can add things to one side or another. There is another divider. Hi, Sherry. Christy is saying the bag and tool pack is $78. Just the bag is $29. Hopes that helps. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, now if we want to add our other divider panel, then it can go in as well. There's 2 parallel strips of Velcro. Now this bag is available for demonstrators to pre-order, but if you're currently a demonstrator, you are not going to be able to order this forever. This bag is going to be special for new demonstrators at the first of the year. It'll come only to new demonstrators. So if you are a demonstrator right now and you want this bag, then I encourage you to do so quickly. I'm pretty sure that in Australia, these bags have already sold out and reached their threshold on the number they have available. There are also 2 small panels, and you'll see that there's a piece of Velcro here. So we're going to stick it here, and a coordinating piece of Velcro on that panel that we put in, the divider. And so this will now create 2 separate areas like this. And then we can do that on the opposite side as well. So this kind of gives you an idea on what we can do with this bag. And I'm really excited to have this bag because I can put things like this inside of it. I can even toss my, well, it's over here, but I can toss my laptop computer in this bag. It's heavy enough to be able to really take it. The 12 by 12 sheets so the paper doesn't get bent is Kathy's suggestion. That's wonderful. It will hold punches in the really nice heavy fabric. There's a lot of stuff we can do with this bag. If you're a demonstrator and you like this bag, then I urge you once again to get it now. And if you are thinking about joining Stampin' Up, then you can join Stampin' Up and you can choose to get this bag. This is not something that you're going to be able to order as a customer. It's only going to be a demonstrator exclusive item. But this is perfect to carry around to different places. I like that I can just load up a bunch of stuff and carry with me, because I don't carry a big pocketbook, a purse. It's very small. So I can just take a couple of things out of my purse and stick it in here, and I can carry this with me. Put a bottle of water in there, some goldfish crackers for my kids, juice box, whatever, and I'm all set. I'm ready to go. So if you are considering being a demonstrator and you would like to get your hands on one of these bags, then I encourage you to do so. If you don't have a particular team that you're looking to join, then I want to give you a special invitation to join my team now. We would love to have you join us. We have a lot of fun. We all care for one another and show each other immense support. So if you are interested in being a demonstrator, then just click that button that says join my team and you'll be on your way. All right, folks, let's get to the project. I'm really excited about this project. I'm going to use this month's paper pumpkin kit along with some other items. We don't just use paper pumpkin this time. I'm going to take the paper pumpkin and add it with some other things. Hi, Janine. Kathy is thinking of joining in June. I would suggest that if you are thinking about it, Celebration is a wonderful time. Celebration goes from January through the month of March, and you'll be able to get extra things in your starter kit. So if you have a demonstrator that you're thinking about ordering under and you would like for that demonstrator to help you with some guidance, then this would be the right time to contact them and get yourself all set up. But there's nothing wrong with waiting till June either. But if you can just give me a little bit of ideas that maybe that you need some guidance, I'm happy to help you. No problem at all. And no pressure. You guys you can talk to my team. We're all just kind of, everybody's one big happy group. We're just so happy. I can never tell you how much I love my team. My team means so much to me, and I'll tell you, this is real talk here. One of the reasons why I'm still a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator today is because of my team. Because I love these people so much, and the support we give one another is not just with crafting, it's with life. And these are my people, and we love each other so much. Betty is here. Betty's a member of my team, and Betty will tell you, Betty is a treasured member of my group. We love each other so much. God put us all together. We know it. God put us all together. Okay, paper pumpkin. Let's get to paper pumpkin. This is the kit for this month's paper pumpkin. And I'll show you what it looks like from the outside. It's a really pretty box. And a lot of things that we get hints about with paper pumpkin is there's a name on the side. Let me turn it at an angle to where the glare won't show. Well, the light's kind of bothering it, but anyways, it's called To You and Yours. And the design on the outside of the box is sometimes a hint about what we're going to have on the inside. And inside the box is a lot of wonderful stuff. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription kit from Stampin' Up! That you can have delivered to you automatically every month. But you can also pick and choose what you'd like to have. And one thing that I like about this is there's so many things that I can use that don't really have to go with what the projects are that are planned from the Paper Pumpkin kit. And that's how we're going to be using it today. So what I'd like to use is the exclusive stamp set. And I know I can't give you a close enough look at it here with the glare. Once I turn the camera, then you'll be able to get a better look at it. But there's always an exclusive stamp set, and we're going to use that today. And we're going to make a banner. We're going to make a banner today, guys. I was putting this together, and I thought, I don't know what to do today, because I wasn't really feeling so good. And I thought, you know what? I want a banner for my living room to go right behind my Christmas tree. And I know you guys love to make 3D projects and home decor also, not just greeting cards. We all love that. But it is just, I know you're going to love it. I know you're going to love it. Okay. So I'm going to pull out some of the things for the banner from this kit, as we go, and I'll show you what it is. But I'm also adding a lot of stuff that's not from the kit that you may already have in your supplies. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I did do a lot of prep for this because it's a banner. I've got a lot of designer series paper already cut. I've got some things already die cut. That way it won't take us hours to do this project. That way you'll get to see how it's set up and be an integral part of how it goes together. And then we're going to add some bling to it. This is going to be something that I can hang up for my kids every single year, and I'm just really excited about it. Hey Janine, thanks for saying good morning. I'm so glad when you guys check in and let me know, because it tells me that 10 people are watching, but it doesn't always tell me who the people are that are watching. So I very much like it when you guys pop in and say hi. All right, so it's time to, I know I started talking fast, didn't I? Because I'm so excited about this banner. I just really knew you guys were gonna love seeing, you know, a banner, a string up banner. And it's a lot more easy than maybe it appears. Some people are a little intimidated. I used to be one of those that were intimidated by, well, I don't know what to use to make things look right together, and maybe I don't understand how it's put together. Well, we're going to figure all this out together in a very, very easy and fun way. So I'm going to flip this camera around. I did see you had a question about being in a different country, Kathy. And yes, that would be something that you would have to join a demonstrator that's in Canada. And there are lots of Canadian demonstrators here that are watching on this Facebook thing. And if you need anybody to be contacted, no problem. Just let somebody know you're interested. Okay, so first off, I'll show you some of the things that we're going to be using. This is the Santa's Workshop Specialty Designer Series paper. And it is specialty in the respect that it has flocking on it. It has like a velvet coating. Okay, I'm trying to make sure everything is centered. So I've used several different pieces from this, and I've already got them die cut. So let's take a look real quick at what this banner is going to look like. I'm going to transfer without dropping everything. I'm going to transfer some items over from my other table. And I think as you look at it, you'll kind of get the gist of where I'm headed with this. Now you can see some of that designer paper. And this is going to be the other side. Hi Debbie, thanks for stopping in with us today. So this is your favorite DSP, Fran? I like it too. I think it has not just a fun and whimsical look, but it also has a little bit more of traditional Christmas. And that's why I've chosen the ones that I have out here. And I'll go piece by piece to show you exactly what it's going to look like as we put it together. So first thing I want to mention is that I did not have but one piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. And so I wanted to use red, and real red, I have a whole package of real red cardstock. So what I chose is to use real red and to pair it with the pieces that have very little amounts of Poppy Parade. So it won't be as noticeable that I didn't choose the right color of cardstock to go with this. And I think it's okay. It seems to match well enough for me. But see, this is what I have on hand. And this is part of the challenges of crafting and everyday crafting. If we want to make it perfect, it's never going to be perfect because it's a handmade element to it. But I wanted to make that notation that this is not Poppy Parade, this is real red. And Poppy Parade is what coordinates with the designer series paper pack. So I've cut these little banner strips to be 4.5 inches wide by 6 inches long. And this is a piece of the paper pumpkin kit that we're going to stamp on and put here. And this is what the paper looks like on the opposite side. So I have 2 units that are exactly the same. All right, I'll put those to the side here. And you could probably see it before I got everything all jumbled up. But this is going to spell joy. And I thought maybe spelling Noel would be good, but for now, it's a small space where I have planned to place this banner. So I'm going to just leave it very simple and say joy. So I'm going to set some of these to the side, and we'll start adhering everything in just a minute, but I'll explain exactly what we've got. So here is our 4.5 by 6 inch piece of cardstock. And I would say you could use Real Red or Poppy Parade. Either one will work good. Betty says she has been looking for Santa's Workshop paper for over a month. She's about to ready to call the SWAT team. Oh my goodness, Betty. I hope you find it. But I don't think it's sold out yet, so if you have to, you can still get some more. Although I know that's not something we like to do. If we've got it somewhere, we like to know where it is, don't we? Here is the piece of Santa's Workshop Designer Series paper. This is the back side, but I'm going to be using this front side here. Now this is cut to 6 inches long, but I have shortened the width down to 4. So this is 4.5 and this is 4. And I would like to stress that you can make a banner any size you like. It doesn't have to be the same size as what I'm creating with. It can be any size at all. And I just noticed that my grid paper is terribly dirty. I did watercoloring yesterday, so I will flip this paper over and hope it looks better on the back. There we go. I oftentimes let these kind of stack up to create a little bit of a cushion. Okay, so we've got these 2 pieces here. This is a piece of Whisper White that is cut from the very largest scalloped layering oval. This is a stitched oval, and you can see that this is what it looks like on the back and on the front. And this is from the largest of the stitched ovals. So the stitching gives it not a very dramatic look, but it just kind of adds that home touch. And we've got these lines here that look very much like stitching to me. So I'm kind of carrying through that whole stitched look. This is a banner piece that is from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. And I'm going to kind of slide that underneath. It's going to give me a little bit extra oomph. And it's got a touch of gold. This is another of the Real Red cardstock, and I have used the large letters framelits dies, the J, the O, and the Y. And I'm sorry, but I forgot to show it, but this is what the layering ovals framelits look like. And I've die cut out of sparkle glimmer paper and out of red. And what we're going to do is we're going to offset the letter when we adhere it, and it's going to show up so much better with just a little bit of that red showing, just enough. So that's kind of how it's going to go together. I'm going to be using some red ribbon, and this is a nice thin ribbon. This is Real Red, so it will definitely match the cardstock. Now in the Paper Pumpkin Kit, there is some, it's like a double linen thread or a braided linen thread, and this is Cherry Cobbler. This will work for a banner as well if you'd like to use a different color cardstock. I would not suggest using these 2 reds together because it's just, they just don't work as well together. It's more obvious than it is with the little tiny pieces of the color difference. And oh, Kathy, oh, that's cool. Your sister is Joy. That's nice. And this is a really thin ribbon. I like the fact that this is going to be a strong ribbon, and it's going to be thin enough to weave in and out. And let's see how big it is. It is 1/8 of an inch. And I think this is called the Real Red Solid Ribbon 1/8 inch. So we're going to be using this. We're also going to add some mini sequin trim just because this is a banner and I want to add some touches of gold to it. I pulled out the black trim as well just to be on the safe side so that I would have it available in case I want it. So let's get started with exactly how to work on putting this together. Oh, and I wanted to mention as well, I'm going to be using the Tuxedo Black stamp pad. Here's a better look at the stamp set. It has some really nice greetings. The stamp I'm going to use out of it is called It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. So this is a nice greeting. And one of the things that we're going to be using from the Paper Pumpkin kit are these gorgeous die cut leaves. So I've got some of them already punched out, but the way that Paper Pumpkin includes them is you just kind of pull them away carefully. You've got color on either side. This other side is not going to work well because it comes off more as vanilla. But these perfectly match this designer series paper. Can you see that? Check it out. It's perfect. So I thought this just kind of all worked together to make a really nice cohesive unit. So I'm going to start adhering things from the base up. And what we'll do is we'll adhere one of the banner pieces at a time. So I'm going to use some liquid glue. You could use nail adhesive, you could use mini glue dots at this point. There's a lot of different possibilities. I'm going to use liquid glue and I'll explain why. And these are very, very small lines of glue. Now, where I'm going to try to get it straight is at the very top. That's another reason why I'm using the liquid glue, so that I can have a few moments to wiggle it into just the right place. And I can see that I'm crooked. There we go. And now I can just push it in place. And this banner is going to have a fishtail, or you can just call it a banner on the back. And the way that I'm going to create that is to go in. I'm going to make a mark with my Stampin' Right marker because it's close. You could use a pencil or anything that you have at hand. And I'm going to use inches here and say that I'm going to go, I think I want to do 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to measure where 3/4 of an inch would be, and that would be this mark right here. You see it? So I'll make a mark right here on the inside, on the back side of my paper, and then I'll use a ruler or something in order to get a line over here. All right, so this is going to tell me that this is 3/4 of an inch up. And then to find the exact middle, and this doesn't all have to be done precisely. This is just a suggestion on exactly how you might go about getting exactly to the middle. Let's see, we can find this piece here is in the middle. So this would be the crosshairs, where these two lines meet is going to be where I have the middle section of my banner. So if that makes sense, I hope it does. If it does not, then you can stop me and ask questions right now. I'm totally good with answering questions. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Trimmer because I want a nice clean cut line. You could use your paper snips, but I am a very crooked, my hands shake. So when I use paper snips, I don't always get a very straight cut. But what I'm going to do is place the very corner edge in this little track line. And then I'm going to try to get that crosshairs point. Let me see if I can make sure I've got it in the right spot. Yep, I sure do. So this is going to give me a straight cut. I just have to make sure that the corner of my paper edge is going to be right there. And you can see that it's a very straight cut. So I'll do that again. I'm going to look for that corner, the crosshairs is going to be right underneath where I've got the blade of my trimmer. And then make sure that I can get my paper straight. Well, I was definitely off on this. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of go over with my snips and make the best of it. It's okay. This is a handmade heirloom, and I'm okay if it's not perfect. But this is how I'm going to try to measure to get to exactly the right place for the banner. So that's the method on what I'm using. So once I've got everything put together here, then I want to create a hole on each side that will be something that I can thread the ribbon through. And this is a really cool, very easy to use punch from Stampin' Up. I'm going to use this little oval piece here. I know that it's going to come, the actual oval is going to come here on this front line here. So I want to try to get the hole punch to be through the designer paper and the cardstock. So I'm going to line it up in a certain way to where I know I can get both of those through there, and then give a nice heavy punch. And that's going to give me a hole where I'm going to thread the ribbon. And this ribbon fits perfectly. You can see here that it will fit perfectly in here, like that. We're going to do one on each side because we want to be able to have, we want to have it threaded through. There we go. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. If I find that when I take the burden off of myself to try to get everything perfect, then I have a much more fun time when I'm crafting, because I know I'm not perfect. I try to make things look as nice as I can though. Okay, so let's continue with trying to get this put together. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue so that I can have the time to wiggle this into place. And then once I get it positioned, just kind of press to activate all that adhesive. And this will end up going here. But I want to have this little banner piece go right across the back. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I think I am my own worst critic, and much as, you know, many of us are, but there is always places that we see that, oh, I could have done things better this way, and I could have done it better that way, and that's just one thing that I can, if I take the burden off of myself, I feel better about my project, if that makes any sense. Okay, so now let's work to adhere the little letters together, and I say little, but these are the large letters. And I'm going to use liquid glue again because I want that time to be able to slide it into place. Okay, now the top of the J is flush with the back piece of cardstock. It's a drop shadow that moves this way, not down or to an angle. It's just directly straight back. So that way I know that I can keep the top of it exactly the same. But this isn't a matter of, you know, this is a preference. You can have it any way you like. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to adhere the J, or I should say all the letters. I'm going to turn the dimensional to where the side pieces, and it should fit just perfectly. Now I know that down in the bottom I'm going to have to use some of these side pieces of dimensional. If you have many dimensionals, then that would also be a really great opportunity to use those. Let's get one little piece of it here down on the tail. And then it's going to just adhere right here to the middle. Let's see if I can straighten my paper. Maybe I can get the J on straight. There we go. I think that'll work. And now I want to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to make this stand up, but we're going to put some little bling in there as well. And I'm going to add one to the middle too. I want this to last for a number of years. I want this banner to be something that I can put up every year and my kids can say, oh, I love that. Are we going to put this up this year, Mom? Or something like that. And I think the perfect way to carry the little gold accents will be some of the mini gold trim. So there's like 1,000 ways we could put the gold trim on here. I know you guys are going to have some fantastic ideas. I'm thinking that I'm just going to keep it simple and maybe make almost like a thread nest. Just kind of make like little circles. But I want there to be some pieces that hang off like in both directions. So I'm wondering if it wouldn't be better to have 2 pieces here so that I can adhere them and have them come off in different directions. I know that looks kind of crazy. Let's see what it looks like with this over it though. I am not digging it. How about you guys? So I think what I'm going to do is make this into a loop. And adhere that down underneath the Stampin' Dimensional. Hi Jay, how are you today? And then I can take the little ends if I want to have them poke off in a different direction. And this will just be a little bit more tame, I guess. It won't be as out of control. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Kind of make it in a loop. I know this is wasting some trim, but when we get to do the next pieces, I'll make sure that I don't waste any of the trim. All right. Well, we can have that or we can tuck it behind. Let me add another few dimensionals just to make sure that this doesn't want to fall off, because I want this to, it's going to be hanging on the wall, so I want it to stay in place. I don't want it to leave. And I don't want my kids to pull it down either. There we go. That's a little better. And we can still make these little pieces stick out just a little bit. That might be okay. There we go. I like the ability to be able to either leave them out or tuck them back under. And it's going to, that little bit of gold is just going to give it a little something extra. And then I could take, if I don't like as much trim, I can push it back up under there And I could throw a mini glue dot under there and it would help to tame things down there as well. All right, so I'm gonna move on very quickly to some of the other pieces and show you how that is put together, and then I'll show exactly how it's going to be strung together, because I don't think you're going to want to stick around for the whole construction of the entire banner. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that. So we're going with liquid glue again. Really thin line. And we're going to put the trim the same way, meaning we're gonna, cut the flag in the bottom the same way. The liquid glue is gonna allow us the time that we need to just bring it way up here to the top, to the right spot. And push to activate. Now I'm going to make those little holes. See how fast this can go together? It really, once you get your method down on how you'd like everything, it's going to go together pretty quickly. And this is going to have the sentiment stamped. So this is the sentiment from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. It's the most wonderful time of the year, is what the sentiment reads. And it fits perfectly onto this area. Perfectly. And that's the way that Paper Pumpkin designs their kits, is that the little sentiment holders, they fit perfectly. Now I can add this, and I think I was planning to use the trim, the sequin trim here instead of on these. So I wonder if I can just move that sequin trim. Yep, sure can. I'll use a few of the dimensionals because I want this to stay in place. We're going to kid-proof our project today, guys. What do you think about kid-proofing? I don't think anything is 100% kid-proof when it comes to paper crafts. And kind of give it a little bit of a whimsical look back here. Let's see what I can do with getting this stuck in place. That kind of looks like a little bit of a weird design. But apply this down here. And again, if I don't like as much of that trim showing, then we can just take it right off. And now we have the first two pieces. Oh, I forgot to cut the banner. Okay, let's do that. Now, once we've done one of the banner pieces on the bottom, then it's going to be easy to just take it and put it in place and use it as a guide. Okay. And then use the actual trimmer. So we're going to hold on to that. And then the same way that we did our very first one, we're going to line the point of the cutting blade in the middle and then move the edge of the paper, the corner of the paper is going to be right in the middle track of where the blade's going to come down. So it may take a few moments to get it in the right position, and that's okay. And then turn it around, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. And if it's not perfect, then it's okay. As you can see, both of mine were not perfect. So I'm going to adjust that cut. There we go. That's good enough for me. It's not perfect, but you know what? Mommy's not perfect, so it's okay. Now this is what it's going to look like whenever we have two pieces together, and then the banner will continue with the O, the Y, and the other piece that looks just like this. And there are some things that you can do to dress this up as well, and to add a little bit of tie-in over here. I think I'm going to take this off. There we go. That looks better plain to me. Now, there are some dies that coordinate with this paper set. The dies, I believe, are not orderable. However, if you still have the dies, you can make some snowflakes and adhere them to this piece or to this piece. And then if you have the snowflake showcase, you've got some absolutely stunning snowflakes to be able to put there. There's lots of snowflakes that are in the annual catalog as well from Stampin' Up. So if you're looking for something to tie in all these pieces together, I would use the snowflakes. Now the way I'm going to put the banner together is that I will go in through one edge, I'll come up through the other, because I like the ribbon to not show on the front of the banner. That's just the way I like to do it. And then the next piece is going to be exactly the same. It'll go, oops, I almost did that wrong. I'm going to go this way and then come up here on the other side. And this is how it will hang together. Now we can decorate with these wonderful little die cuts from Paper Pumpkin. I will wait until I get the entire banner finished and string it, and then I will attach loads of these. But for now, I think it would be okay to, as long as we have them not touch the ribbon, because the ribbon will come out for me to be able to complete all the rest of this. And then I will place it like so, to where it kind of looks like it's greenery that's accented. The green's going to show up better over here on this piece and on the opposite end than it would here, and I'll show you why. Because the green is the same exact color as this green here. So if I were to put it underneath, it would still show up nice. It would be pretty, but it's not going to show up as well and make as much of an impact. Now, if it were hanging off the side here, then yes, it will, because it's not going to lay over the majority of the green. And then you could tuck these in between these pieces here. There's lots of ways to use this. Now, another thing about the Paper Pumpkin kit is that there are card bases made from Sahara sand. You could deconstruct these pieces and use them perfectly as a banner. It's a great idea. You can use the white side or the Sahara sand. And there are also more pieces here that I'll show you. And yes, we're going to have to use these gorgeous little sequins. There are some vellum circles. There are everything that you need to make a banner of your own style is in the Paper Pumpkin kit, including this beautiful wood grain stickers. They're gorgeous. Now we have these panels that are two different patterns. So this would also make just a perfect little banner. See, look at that. Perfect. That's not the look that I was going for, that I wanted to hang with my Christmas tree. And so I thought I would make it out of this designer series paper because my children are going to like this paper much better. It goes with my Christmas decorations much better. So this is why I chose to use this paper instead of what's in the Paper Pumpkin kit. And then I'll use some of these sequins. because this is gold, I can place the gold over here and know that it matches. Maybe put 2. Put 1 over here as well. And that's not going to detract away from the letter too much. So what do you think, guys? Do you like the way that this banner is shaping up? I hope you do, and I hope that you will make a banner of your own and make your own style of Christmas banner, of your own making, your own design, and put some of yourself into your project. This also makes a really good gift to send off. And I say that because I'll probably be making some of these to be sent off. Now, once you string it together, then I'll show you how easy it is just to fold down like that. And you can fold the whole thing in on itself. Easy peasy, right? Isn't that great? I just love how it all works out with making this kind of a home decor item. Anne Marie, you don't have the dies for the letters? Then you can use anything that you like. This doesn't have to be letters here. This could be a stamped sentiment, or it could just be like a little scene with a little character. You can make any way that you like. The point is that you can use this formula and this pattern for making any kind of a banner that you like. You can make it say anything. And Anne-Marie, I've seen your creativity, and you are a very, very talented artist. So you must be undervaluing yourself, because I know you can do it. And I would love to see what you come up with. Let's see, we've got, oh, good, good, good. I'm seeing the comments now that you guys really like it. And Chrissy is asking, are there any rules about when or when not to use vellum? The answer from me personally is there's never a bad time to use vellum, because I love vellum everything. You could add one of the vellum accents here. You could put vellum snowflakes. You could use vellum anywhere. Just know that when you use it, then you're getting a subtle look. There's not really anything subtle about this particular color combination that I've chose to use. So vellum would only look really to where it stands out. Let me get a piece of vellum here, because there are some vellum pieces. See how it stands out here on the against the green? But if I put it over here, it's not going to stand out very much at all. So keeping that in mind, like if I were to use this on the back instead of that piece of gold, it's not going to show up. It's going to kind of get lost. When something is viewed at a distance, then the brain usually interprets and turns things into something that it can easily understand and see. And that's one of the reasons why, if I know I'm off a little bit on these, it's not going to show up. It's not going to be as evident to somebody walking by. It's not going to be as evident to my kids, although my kids both have autism, so they notice the tiny little details. So they may notice this, but the point is that you can make little subtle changes, and unless they are big differences, the brain's not going to pick it up. That's the only rules that I have with vellum. And if there's anything that I know about vellum, is that the adhesive shows through. So make sure that you put the adhesive on a part of the vellum die cut that is going to go underneath something else, if possible. If not, then just go for it, because I love vellum. Vellum is absolutely one of the prettiest papers that we can work with. Well, I've really gone long today. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on this long. I am going to have to finish this off camera, and I will make sure that I post some pictures on my Facebook page. And I'll probably put this video on my YouTube channel on Sunday or Saturday, so that you guys can see the finished project there as well. I'll make sure that at the end of the video on YouTube, it will have the entire banner finished, and I'll try to hang it up on the wall as well with some of the little command hooks. But for now, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. If you have any questions about this project, then please leave a comment, and I will be happy to get back to you and answer them. And I want to thank you again for stopping by today. And if you have anything that I can help you with as your demonstrator, then just drop me a line, give me a jingle. You will be getting catalogs in the next few weeks if you're on my customer catalog list. If you've ordered from my online store in the last 6 months, you'll automatically get a catalog. You don't have to ask for one. But if you have not ordered from my online store, if you're not a demonstrator and you don't have anybody that you work with as a demonstrator, then you can request a catalog from me by leaving a comment or send me a private message or email me at jennystampsup@gmail.com. Now today we've got the retired list of products that are out at Stampin' Up, and if you have anything that you want to add to your wish list, then go on a shopping spree. You can go there to Stampin' Up's online store from my website, which is jennyhalldesign.com, and click the big button that says Shop Now. And that'll take you straight over there, and you can get a discount on discontinued items. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and a great rest of the week. I have some wonderful projects lined up for the rest of the week to share with you, so be sure to check back into my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, and I'll see you again soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.